A typical day for me would usually include dealing with quite a lot of field-based questions from the technicians and also from the claims handlers. So once our technicians have been out to site for any reason, they will send their reports into our office, and our claims handlers will then turn those into functional documents for loss adjusters, insurers, policyholders. But obviously the claims handlers aren't as experienced as the technicians are, so they will ask quite a lot of questions as to what certain things mean, how can we turn this into a document that makes sense to people who might not fully understand what a technician means by, what the relative humidity of the ambient conditions are. People won't know what that means, so you have to change it into a language where they understand. I will also be dealing with one of our technical managers, Dan, who puts together training programs for our technicians. So periodically we will be reviewing every technician that we have. What skills do they have, where they can improve, what skills don't they have, so we can start them on a pathway to understanding everything that we do, not just single elements. What we've discovered in the past 14 years of employing technicians is a lot of the people that come in who are ready-made technicians aren't ready-made for what we want them to do, and it can be quite difficult to take a technician who's been trained by another company, for example, and turn them into a technician that we want them to be. So we have a junior technician recruitment every year where we take on new, completely untrained people and bring them into our industry and train them up to be prime technicians. And because we've always felt it's not necessarily about the skills directly involved with what we do, but because you can train someone to take moisture readings, you can train someone to identify what's wet and what's dry and the reasons why and wherefore, but you can't teach people the soft skills, how to deal with people. Obviously we deal with people who are in distress quite a lot, and so our technicians have to be able to deal with that, and especially in the high net worth market where expectation levels are significantly higher than they may be in the lower end of the market. People have to be able to deal with that and understand who they're talking to and how to talk to them, so that it puts them in the right frame of mind that the people they're dealing with know what they're doing. So I spend quite a lot of my time ensuring that all of our technicians understand what we do and why it's different from what a lot of other companies do, and how to deliver that on site. And quite a lot of that training is to do with the soft skills around being a technician, and also identifying from a very early stage what can go wrong with the job. So it's not one of the key things that we want our technicians to identify from a very early point in a claim is what could go wrong with this if we only focus on what's damaged. And that may be artwork, antique furniture, just the age of the building, and thinking about what we need to do to make sure that doesn't happen, but then also what do we need to do to identify this to the key stakeholders, so loss adjusters and insurers. They need to know if there's a significant amount of artwork on site that could be damaged if we put in drying. So we need to get that out or get it protected or do whatever we need to do, but make sure that everybody who's a stakeholder in the claim understands that things might not necessarily be as cut and dry, excuse the pun, as they might first appear.